Hello and welcome back. And here we go again. We are off, up and running. We are still in this transfer window and I still need to buy players and I still have money. But unfortunately nobody fancies coming to Ipswich. And the two targets that I had, Tyler Morton and Dominguez in midfield, neither of them want to come. So we've abandoned the thought of bringing in a midfielder because Fassini has turned down the offer from Real San Sebastian. He said he wanted to go. He said he wanted to play for Real San Sebastian, but when the chips were down, he's rejected the offer. A midfielder with a week to go, or less than a week now, is probably not on the cards. The only thing that I am thinking about now is, with Castiles being 34 years old, it might be wise to bring in a goalkeeper. And we have identified a goalkeeper who's 26 years old. He is decent. I guess we need to compare him with Castiles. Shot stopping is better. It's better in the air. Communication isn't that great, but it's better speed, better physicals. Looking at the attributes, the essential attributes, and these would be the mentals in terms of his composure, his bravery, concentration, decisions around about the same. And I just feel that he might be a better option for me to look at. He is available, but we still don't quite have that kind of money. It's a tough one. Hi Callum, I'm doing well. How are you doing? And it is awkward because nobody wants to come. I think I might have a word with his agent, this geezer, and see if he is interested in coming. He is a French goalkeeper. Let's just talk to his agent. He is interested. Wow, that's quite interesting. 21 to 37 is a lot of money, and I don't know if we've got that money. We're not going to get that cost down. His wages are reasonable. We would be able to afford that. But I think unless I can do it on the never never, then we're not going to be bringing him in. So a quick look again. Between 29 and 37. We have 27 at the moment. So I don't know if... Hey, Stefan, how are you doing? I don't know if we're going to be able to bring in any players in this transfer window. I simply have been unable to find anyone. Helena Costa is one of the best chief scouts that I know of, and she's been unable to find anyone. We know about West Ham, that we have to close down the corners of the penalty area with we are stronger down the right, I think, but for that I'm just going to leave that for now. We do know very, very well about West Ham, and we're going to need to play with a higher line. We're going to have to stop them controlling the midfield, and I don't know about this focus play down the right for now. We'll play for set pieces. Apparently West Ham are no good at set pieces. They've got Ward-Prowse in their team, and I don't believe that for a minute. The team I've picked still without a striker, still without Luca. We are now still without Scott. So we just got to go out there and do our best. We've beaten West Ham twice, so this doesn't bode well for me. I think that having beaten them twice, FM might want to rectify things a little bit here. So we do know about West Ham, so we'll go and have a look at them. Bowen, originally I thought was going to play up front. We know he is the danger man. We don't never press. This is very similar to what the assistant... playing FM myself and on the brink of my best ever start. Excellent, Callum. Off you go, buddy. I'm still struggling here. So Bowen, Elanga. Elanga, we need to push outside as we did last time. So we don't want to be closing Elanga down. We're going to turn him onto his left foot. I don't even know if that's his weaker foot. But we do know that he's going to want to come inside. So I'm going to put him on his left foot to force him outside. We will have our wing back on this side, not close him down. His crossing is not great. So as you can see, his crossing is only 10. So he can go up to the corner flag without any problem at all. Jared Bowen, on the other hand, we do need to tight mark him. We need to close him down. As he doesn't have any pace, and my wing back is going to close him down more as well. In midfield, we will do what we do. We're going to try and tight mark those midfielders to stop them from distributing the ball. We've been on a good run. I don't know if I can say that. We had a good episode. Let's say we've been on a good run. Let's keep it going. And for more stat, we might go to individuals for more stat. I don't think it really matters. It's the same. So I have faith in you. And he did score a couple of games ago. And the only other thing left to do is to make sure that Timon is closing down a little bit more and that he is closing down less. Joanne Liu. So let's go and see. We do have an anxious player, do we? Already. Oh, aggressive. So we might have to keep an eye on Sia, who there's no sort of like indication that he is going to move either. So my idea of bringing in the inverted fullback and changing the system a little bit is not going to work. If he doesn't come in, there's no sort of like movement on the transfer of Sia. So unless that happens, the transfer window could end up being very, very quiet, and we still will have the money in the bank. That was a good effort. It wasn't bad, but is it an indication that things are not right at the moment? Managing Llandudno, blimey, I went to university near Llandudno, in a second in the league in Cymru North. Again, Bowen, we have to close him down. We have to take Bowen out of the game. And the fullback needs to stay on him, put pressure on him, so that he really is not effective in that inside forward position. We do know about Bowen, and he's got free there. And he was offside. I'm pretty sure he was offside. Yeah, good call, referee. Pretty sure he was offside. So Bowen is going to be a problem. He was in the 2 games that we played before, but if we can keep Bowen quiet, and also Elanga, I think that closes off the danger for West Ham. We just then need to focus on scoring a couple of goals. We have been scoring goals in the last few games, which is a bit of a shock. So let's just keep going, keep scoring goals, boys, and keep Bowen and Elanga out of the game. Elanga, I don't mind him. But you can see straight away they are focused totally on Bowen. Their focus is totally down the right-hand side. They are trying to get Bowen free. And that's why we need to be very close to Bowen all the time. It might be an idea, because you can see Bowen is the one that they are looking for. And it might be an idea to actually tell Timon to actually type mark him. Just really follow him around and make sure that you don't leave him. I don't know if Timon's capable of doing that. Hopefully he is. And I'm hoping that their set pieces, according to my scout, that they're not very good at set pieces, and I'm hoping that continues. They're not good at crossing, which is why I want Elanga going outside. He can cross all he wants. And Bowen will try to come inside, and that's what we don't want him to do. So I'm just going to have a look at Bowen in a minute. Oof, nearly an own goal. Well, I'm going to tell you what, guys, that was a very interesting European Championship night last night. The Champions League, night last night. Villa could have actually overcome Real Madrid. And boy, oh boy, was that a good effort. I thought both games were absolutely brilliant. And I thought that Dortmund were out of it. They were never going to be in it. But surprise, surprise, Dortmund gave Barcelona a big scare. And that's well done, well defended. Now we've got to have some attacking threat here as well. But the game will settle down. West Ham, a very good team. Let's not mince words here. They are a very good team. They're still trying to get Bowen free. And that's their focus, is almost all down the left-hand side. And I'm thinking, from my perspective, we need to go down the right. We need to try and get the ball over on the right-hand side of the pitch. And there they're trying to get Bowen away again. And Timon was very, very tight to him. So well done, Timon. Alvarez and Prowse are going to be dangerous. And hopefully my midfielders will be able to do a job on them. They're a very good time. Very good side. But we're not dominating the midfield. Watch the Dortmund game. It was a brilliant game, Stefan. Absolutely loved it. And even I thought they had a chance. If that goal had not gone in to be 2-1, I would have given them half a chance. because there's still 30 minutes left. The momentum was all with Dortmund at that point, and it was a freak goal. Just unfortunate it hit his legs when he was running back. But we are not playing very well here at the moment. It's all West Ham. And he is offside. But it's not being given. It's a poor clearance and we're in trouble. It's gone out for a corner again. I thought he was way offside there, and so did the player, because the player stopped running. But even at 2-1, I thought if they get a goal quickly, it's game on again. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. I thought they played very well. I thought both sides gave the big teams a really big fright. And PSG will not have been happy with their performance, and I don't think Barcelona would have been too happy with their performance either. But I'm not too happy with this performance. And something is not right, and we need to make some change, or West Ham are going to score. And I think maybe it's time to just come into the low block and to see if we can get a little bit more happening with the low block. I think possibly their midfield are getting too much space. We need to create more and to be more aggressive as well. That's a good save. It's me thinking about getting a goalkeeper. I mean, he's old. He's 34 years old. He's coming up 35. It's not too old for a goalkeeper, but then he is erratic in his performances. He does have very, very poor performances sometimes. I'm not sure what is going on here, why we are not creating enough. Maybe I'm just a little too defensive in terms of marking out the opposition, and so their focus is on defense rather than attack. But we do need to create a little bit more. But if we can create something, these boys are scoring goals at the moment. That's a penalty, ref. What's he given? Corner. I thought he'd given a penalty there for a minute. So I hope tonight's games are going to be just as good. I worry about Arsenal going to Real Madrid. That is going to be a cauldron. They are going to be up against it as well. I'm going to say we haven't taken nearly enough shots. And then what I'm going to do is just take that off. Go on, have a shot, boys. Don't take too many touches. We got Arribas, who has been the man in form, is on a 6.4, which is not his greatest performance. And I wonder why. We might have to stop and have a look at Arribas. Let's just tell him. There's a couple of boys. Arribas. Let's just tell him you've not been good enough. And he did look fired up, but that often is not enough. So I might have to just find out why Arribas is having a poor game. In terms of his passing, 78%, it's not that bad. He's had 3 attempts at crosses, none of them have completed. 1 foul. Aerially, he hasn't won an aerial duel. I wouldn't expect him to. 1 dribble successful. Attacking threat, 1 shot, 1 on target. I'm not quite sure he actually deserves a 6.4. It says his aerial duels. and his crossing. So I'm just probably going to tell him not to cross so often. So have a look at I'm going to tell him to cut inside with the ball. Just see if that helps him, because I think his poor rating is because of his crossing has been really poor. I don't expect him to win any aerial battles. Passing isn't that bad. But 78 isn't brilliant, but there are probably people on the pitch with worse than that in this team. It might be worth telling him to... It might be worth telling him to pass it shorter if I can, but I don't think I can. No. But it's still, the pattern is still pretty much the same, and they are still trying to get it to Bowen, but Bowen has been fairly quiet. We've kept him quiet. And Alanga has, we haven't seen Alanga causing us too many problems either. And there's Arribas. He's coming inside now, which hopefully will help him a little bit. Another cross. And there, Arribas. Nice interception. Well done. Maybe just that one instruction has got him going again. His rating has gone up. He's up to now a 6.5. So his rating has gone up with that one little instruction. Defensively, we're good. Tyman's having a great game looking after Bowen. Lovely ball from Arribas. Oh, go on, you should have hit it on the volley. What a chance. And we've scored. It's Morstead. Morstead has made it 1-0. But is it going to be offside? We've FM'd a lot of teams of late. Is it going to be? I think he was onside. I'm pretty sure he was onside. The goal is awarded, and we have done it. And Arribas, very much involved, coming inside. Lovely pass. I thought Gould was going to hit that on the volley. And Morstead, the young kid, has got his goal. And we've done. Afternoon, Adrian. Arribas is more of an AP. I have him sit narrow, tackle harder, roam from position. I mean, it's a good call. If we have a look, what he could play as a wide midfielder. I think his natural need is to play as a winger, or an inverted winger. But I want a winger going out wide in this team, and it has helped that. It's helped a lot. He's now gone up 0.2 in terms of his ratings just by telling him to cut inside with the ball. So he's actually done a good job since I told him. Elanga, we shouldn't be allowing Elanga that much space, but at least we know his crossing is poor. So both of those we've kept fairly quiet. I do worry about Ward-Prowse's set-piece ability, but and we have given away a lot of set-pieces, but we've been solid at the back. Sia is having a great game. McKenna hasn't done too bad either. But it's all West Ham. We've just like FM'd them at this point in time, which we have been doing. We were not in the game against Wolves, and we beat Wolves. The only game we really dominated was Norwich last time. That's a poor pass, but never mind. But our focus on defence, I think, has paid off. It does against West Ham. We've only had 2 shots, but both have been on target. We've been clinical. And Morstadt has got the goal that counts. That was a cross from the outside of his foot. That was quite cool. Again, they're still trying to get Bowen free in the main. They're struggling to do that. And what we haven't done is see Elanga anytime running across the pitch, which he likes to do. And again, they're trying to get it into those areas for Bowen, and they can't. We've kept Bowen very quiet again. And Elanga is having to go out wide, and he's not very effective from this area out here. So I think we've kept the danger men quiet. So be careful of substitutions. I keep forgetting that FM Tweak is now progressing, and the AI substitutions are probably going to affect the game a little bit better than they normally do. Go on, Arribas. Go on, Sam. Go on, have a run. Oh, not a very good piece of play, but we got a corner. He is still struggling, Arribas. He's on a 6.5 now, as well as Allen in midfield. And Allen might be the next one to have a look at. Arribas is probably going to have to come off. I'm wondering why Allen is not playing too well. Might have missed some tackles. So I think we'll have a look at Allen next. Where is he? He should be... He's not really looking at the man he's supposed to be marking. Let's have a look at how he is getting on. So in general, he's losing his aerial battles. We're not very good in the air. Passing is 88. It's around about average. What is that one? Yeah, 3 progressive passes. So he's up with the other ones. Again, it's hard to see why he would be playing so badly. Has he missed any tackles? It's just difficult to see. He's won one. I don't know why he's on a 6.5. It's difficult to see why that is. Might be because he's marking very tight now. He's got his man. And there they have got Bowen free, but he was closed down very quickly and ineffective. Who do I have on the bench? Nicely done, boys. That was very slick. Go on, Arribas. Go on, Sam. Again, lovely diagonal ball. Gould again. The goal has been awarded, but we didn't get to see it, and it's a corner. But that goal was awarded before it was scored. That is an FM glitch and a half. And I was given advanced warning that the goal was going to be awarded. Echevarri, Scott McKenna. And it was nice of FM to tell me in advance we were going to score. Got to tip my hat there. He's actually doing okay, Arribas. He's up to 6.6. Allen has gone up 1 point now. When you score a goal, they all see. That has got to be an FM glitch and a half. That you love FM glitches. It's just very, very strange. But once again, we've done West Ham simply by targeting those two key players. Elanga has not been in the game. Bowen has not been in the game. Have a look at their ratings. Bowen 6.5. They've made Ilanga's on a 7.1, which is quite interesting. But he has not been very effective. So sometimes I wonder about these ratings. But we are just controlling things now. Looking to come through the middle. They can't do that. We saw that in the last game. They're useless at going down the middle. I think it's time to make a couple of changes. So we've got, it's these two boys not having their greatest game. So Diallo's going to come on here. We'll do the same with him. We'll have him cut inside. And I think, yeah, cut inside with the ball is still... And then Alex Scott can come on for Alan. We'll make two changes at this point. Castiles through the crowd. Awesome. Hey Spike, how are you doing? Have I ever watched Doctor Who? Yes, of course. When I was a child, I used to watch Doctor Who. Good Lord. That's been around for donkey's years. I think we just... The problem I've got, Adrian, is that we need to strengthen really in all areas. The tactics only going to do so much. It's your tactic will only do so much, and keep you out of relegation problems. We'll put you 6 points, 6 places higher in the league than you should be. But unless you've got the players, you're not going to. I'm not going to win the league with this team. Simple as that. Castiles is having a great game. He must know that we are looking for goalkeepers. The two wing backs are tired, so let's swap them both. I don't know why they're getting tired, because they're not pressing. It's not a high intensity tactic they're playing. Echevarri, I got a funny feeling Echevarri will become a very good player. He's quite raw at the moment. He has good games and then he has bad games. But I think he will become a good player in time. Wait, we should be substituting. Come on, ref. Stop the game so we can substitute. Again, they're trying to get Bowen free. But he's completely closed down all the time. Bowen's having no joy, and Elanga on the other side is having no joy. And that's a lovely pass. And they've got a real chance there. Fortunately, it's gone wide. I do want to have a look at Alvarez, and I want to force Alvarez to pass it left. So I'm going to turn him onto his left foot so that he's not passing to Bowen. I don't want those long balls to Bowen. He can do those long balls to Elanga, no problem, but not to Bowen. So turn him the opposite way, and Morstadt has made it 3-0. We have stuffed them. Morstat, that's his second goal. We do tend to have good starts when we do these little sessions. We do tend to start well. I think we beat someone 6-1, then we won we beat someone 5-0, then 6-1 at Norwich. The opening games tend to go very, very well each time we come on, but fall apart after that. We were totally dominated in the other two games last time. Absolutely dominated. In terms of, they really haven't caused us a problem. Prowse is a problem, but he always is going to be. And probably two of those key passes are probably from corners. And that's okay. He can cross from there. I don't mind that. Yeah, he is. He started this game, Adrian, aggressive, if you remember. And it's always worth keeping an eye. Alex Scott is at the moment struggling. It's just worth keeping an eye on those things. Nothing I can do about that. He's just going to have to get into the game. If he's struggling to meet the pace, I wonder what we could say to him. If there's a touchline shout. Struggling to meet the pace, demand more, encourage. Which one of those two? Fire up, but he is trying to get to the pace, but he's not able to get it up there. So maybe demand more or encourage him. I think we'll demand more, see how that happens. No pressure. I don't know. It's a tough one, but I've said demand more now, and you might be right. There's no pressure, especially up 3-0. So we now need to keep an eye on his mood. If his mood changes positively, that's a good sign. If it changes negatively, then that's the wrong call to do at that point. And they did get Bowen free there. That's because we've changed our wing backs. Finkgraf is doing well. I like that boy a lot. Well, let's have a look at these West Ham substitutions. Emerson, I want him closed down. Bowen has gone up front, has he? So there's a little change in the way they're going to play. I think he's going to be... Yeah, he's going to play as a winger. His crossing is poor. So we'll send him... We'll send him outside. And they've changed the other one. We'll send him outside as well. And I've got one more sub I can make. I've got very tired players. And keep Morstat on, he's okay. Ryan Gould. I'm going to bring Humphreys on to play up there. And that'll be my last substitution. We need to see this game on. We've absolutely hammered them. Absolutely hammered them. And just keeping an eye on Scott. He's still struggling. And they're playing a lot more direct now. I can see that visually. So I'm going to lower my line. And the low block it was again. Because I guess we were giving them far too much time and space in midfield. We go into a low block, then it cuts out the space in midfield, and then when you've got Bowen closed off, they can't find him. They don't have the time to get their passes to him. I'm guessing that's what it is, but it's worked 3 times now. And West Ham really need to change the way they're playing. Actually, no, he's not still tight marking Bowen. I wondered if my left back was still tight marking him, but he's not. Nicely done. Oh, Ahmad controlled the ball. That's a shocker. Chavari, go on, son. Give Morstat his hat-trick. It's been a very, very good performance, I would say, up to this point. They are looking to get over the top now. And what I'm going to do is pull the line even further back now. Just make that not an option. I always go spine of the team when doing subs. I tend to look at who's tired, and then who's running the most when I do my subs. Everybody does subs different, I know. But I tend to look at who does the most running. And the wing-backs, wingers, they do the most running. And then it's like, where are we most vulnerable? And that would be in midfield. Because my midfield are doing a lot of chasing around. And moving up and down the pitch. So, yeah, I tend to look at the midfield more. And the wing-backs more. Because they're doing the most running. I don't want Finkgraf now. Yeah, he's okay. Close down. Just, they're trying to use the corner, but it's not been successful. 3 times we've done West Ham this season. And now we'll just slow everything right down. So I think I might have made some good calls there in that game. The low block was a good call. Taking off, work the ball into the box was a good call. I think that's it. Just slow it all down, boys. And Castiles had a good game early on. We were under the cosh early on. And Castiles had a very good game. I'm quite pleased with how I managed that one. But I know West Ham. I actually know how to play against West Ham. For some weird reason, yeah, you're focusing on your midfield and keep an eye on the wing-backs. You're doing the same as me, Adrian. It's those who, they run around the most. And they're the ones who are going to be tired. If you've got like a complete wing-back on attack, he's going to be sprinting up and down the touchline all the time. That's his instructions. And he's going to get tired. So you have to keep an eye on him. I mean, I also don't know how much these red hearts mean. They can get through a game even when they're at this level. Certainly the opposition players can. But I'm not quite sure if mine can. Come on, referee. Time's up. We'll take this. There is incentive as well for us to win our replay in the Cup against Brighton. It was brilliant. Nobody gave us a chance, but you were absolutely awesome. I should have had a word with Morstat. So we're up to 7th, and we're closing in on West Ham now, and Chelsea, and Manchester United in 4th. So this is interesting, this little, if we can keep our form going, then who knows? Who knows? That looks like a European, there's a divide there, isn't there? Looks like a European place. So there's incentive to, yeah, the FA Cup draw. We will play Morecambe. If we beat Brighton, we get to play Morecambe in Sky Bet League 2. That could mean a quarter-final. Morstead, absolutely brilliant. Oh, Ten Hag is managing West Ham, is he? So we have got into the European places there, which is good. We just need to have a look at the schedule. I mean, this is good. What a good January it's been. I don't often see this in January. I see a lot of defeats in January. My Januaries always tend to look like December, but this is good. And then in 4 days we have Brentford. Let's give them a rest. They deserve it. Joanne Liu is taking on that full-back role really well. Really pleased with him. Luca can have a rest as well. No, he's... I don't wonder why he's not fit. He didn't come on. So we got transfer window blues. I really don't know. Oh. I agree with the scout. Sign as a last resort. In terms of my squad, I still have wanted players here. Brandon Williams is wanted. He'd be cool to sell. Brandon Williams. That would mean we could get that centre-back inverted full-back in. Fassini is wanted by Vigo now. But if we can't sell him, I'm not interested in... So Sola is listed. He's not worth much. But might be good to... get him off the books. We'll go with this one because although it's a lower value, his fee is lower. There's no point in keeping him. And Nico Valentine is listed. There's no point in keeping him either. They're just nonsense. We'll just offer him via the transfer room. There's no point in keeping those two. So we still have Brandon Williams. Fassini's wanted for loan. I'm not interested in loans. And Sia, of course, is wanted. But they are slow. They're looking for funds. They're slow coming in. They currently lack the financial power to pay 40 million. Are you kidding me? So interesting how this is panning out, this transfer window. And there's absolutely no one available for this kind of money that I could even think about bringing in. Even if I look at young players, there are some very, very good young players around, which is possibly what I should be doing. There's a good 17-year-old left back. He's possibly what the game's trying to do is say, bring these players in. There's another very good 18-year-old Arango. But they're not ready for first team. They're future investment. He's got brilliant passing and vision. His technique is great. Probably need to train him as a DLP here. Needs to work on his tackling. Yeah, there's so much that he needs to develop in terms of becoming a first team player. But very, very good prospect. And then another one, who's out on loan, so there's nothing I can do about him. He is a very, very good player. So these youngsters, Stripling, but he's 45 million. There's a young goalkeeper here, Spike Brits. (6'3". This is a weird. Ten Hag is managing Leeds in your save. He's back as United's manager in your save. Are you going to win the Premier League? Stefan, are you taking over from Joe? And then, of course, there's Waneri. Probably do a deal for Waneri. He's not ready yet for me, but he is probably not far off first team. 370 million. This is the problem. I'm struggling to work out where does it need to change. I know I need a good DLP centre mid, but none of them want to come, and that's a problem. I had 307 replacing with youth talents. I mean, this Waneri would be an excellent signing. Would be an absolutely brilliant signing. 19 years old. Crossing and dribbling is great. He's got bags of pace. Even if the other things like concentration and decisions are poor, he's going to create goals with this kind of pace, and his passing and vision, his crossing and dribbling, he will create chances. So he would be a great signing, but he's just again outside the budget. And I know I could do it on the Never Never, but everything is just... What about Miley? Newcastle's Miley. He's now at Celtic. 20 years old. Doesn't really have it for me. Doesn't really have it. Oh, he's on loan at Celtic, isn't he? Ben Doak, 60 million. So in terms of the youngsters, and all these players are players that are not really positions that I need. Two-star 22. It's not quite... For 22 years old, I would expect to be buying a better player than that. He's probably a good player, but I have left wingers in abundance that are doing okay. And then there's Mukoko. I can't really play. Nah, not doing it for me. They're all wingers. Let's give him a scout. Passing, vision, dribbling is okay. Technique is good. First touch is good. Concentration is poor. There's so many players got poor concentration, but decisions is okay. Work rate good. Could give him a scout. 23 years old. Anything in the report? Nothing yet. Can't mark, though. I need my midfielders to mark. So looking through all these players, there's very little that's available that I can afford in positions that would be useful to me. Tariq Lamptey's getting on a bit now. In terms of centre-backs, I don't really want to bring a centre-back in while Sia's here, because I've also got Actum, who has not let me down at all. So there's really very little going on in here. I'm after midfielders. That's what I really need, is a midfielder. However, who is this? What position does he play? Probably a winger. Yeah. Wingers could play, because remember, we're going to lose Echevarri. I'm not going to pay 40 million for Echevarri. So he could be an attacking mid for me. A very good attacking mid. But that's once when Echevarri leaves. Hojsek, I know, is a forward, isn't he? Yeah. I mean, a good right back would be excellent. Finding a good right back would be excellent. But all we're doing is finding forward players, really. Tyler Morton doesn't want to come. Who is Verbruggen? Goalkeeper. 7 mil. I'd say that's a bargain. I'd say he is a bargain. 24 years old. He's not eccentric, which is good. Castile's is slightly better. Let's just have a look at the overview. Communication is good. Mentals are not bad. You'd expect Castile's to be better mentals. Speed is much faster. Shot stopping isn't as good. Distribution, not bad. I'd say he's a... I'd say that's a steal. We need to work on his shot stopping. His reflexes are only 14. We need to get that up a bit. But he's a good passer of the ball. His one-on-ones, we need to get that up. But that's where Castile's is better than him. Shot stopping and one-on-ones. Aerially, they're very much the same. Is he good enough to be the #1 goalkeeper next season? Full understanding, perfectionist. That's good. Dealing with crosses, he's exceptional. Current international, consistent. And doesn't enjoy big matches. He's currently a good EFL championship. Potential to be a good Premier League player. Is he worth 7 million is the question. Is he worth 7 million? We're going to have to make some decisions soon. I mean, I agree. But is he now, at this point in time, a first-team player? We need to work on his shot stopping and his one-on-ones. Need to get those up. Shot stopping first. Get that up a point. Keys Schmidt. But unless they turn up on my unless they turn up on my list here. We've got another one here, Morgan Rogers. Aston Villa. He's a steal at 8.6 million as well. But is he as good in FM as he is? Like, he should have really good dribbling. Yeah, he's a ball carrier, isn't he? He's a ball carrier. Loves a good dribble. Is he as good in FM as he is? That's a steal as well. For somebody who needs an attacking mid. And we do need one come the summer. Souček is too old. Adingra is 1.2 million. Another winger, though. They're all wingers. Aspria would be a good signing. A winger again. Look through this lot, which is the 45 million. We don't have that kind of money. I'd love to. I mean, we do have the option of doing the Never Never. Now, this is Keys Schmidt would be in the German one, I guess. But if he's not here... If he doesn't turn up on my list... Well, there's a couple of players on my list here. Justin Shea, fullback. I do want a wing-back. One, he's an inverted full-back as well. Can play. He's more defensive than he is attacking, but he can play as an attacking wing-back. He's good crossing, good pace. So he would be a good signing. Netherlands, Keys Schmidt. So he would have come up in the Europe section, but nothing in there. So he would be a good 6'1", which is good heading and jumping reach, which is great for back post. He would be a good signing. Again, another one doesn't enjoy big matches, though. Which is probably why they're so cheap. So, France. Anything in France? Who's Etienne Green? He's English, goalkeeper. Reflexes are good. One-on-ones isn't bad. 6'4". He's not bad, actually. Etienne Green. Oi, what happened there? Compare with Verbruggen. He's a little bit more eccentric. Better reflexes, better one-on-ones. Verbruggen is better aerially. Whew, these are hard decisions. Does look low. Etienne Green is slightly better. Physically. Does look like Etienne Green is slightly better than Verbruggen. Slightly better. Maybe we should add him as well. And then there's Makengo, who is a midfielder, 28 years old, but he's not as good as what we've got already. I don't want a ball winner. This is a really difficult window. Brazil. Ooh, who's he? Another winger. Attacking mid. Could we train him to play this right wing role? Looks decent. He looks very, very decent. 20 years old. Good pace, acceleration, his agility and balance are good. Crossing and dribbling could do with some work. First touch is okay. Technique is good. Looks like a really good player, and he can, I mean, we're not going to have Echevarri next season. This guy at 15.5 million. Bravery, yeah. But then most wingers are not very brave, and he technically is a winger. And they're not very brave, and he could play in that role as a winger. He's definitely one for possibly the summer when Echevarri has gone. And Argentina, just a young kid. Central defender. Good mentals for his age. So that's it. There's nothing really there. Absolutely nothing really there. So we have to think probably about the goalkeeper. We do have to replace our goalkeeper. We've got two pretty decent options there. So which one, Adrian, would you say of the two? You're going to go for Verbruggen, aren't you, rather than the other one? Now this is an interesting little setup here. Good at set pieces, so we want to defend. But we want to go back to the near post. I'm not quite sure what is wrong with my tactic. Who's this? Morstat has changed places with another little glitch there from Luca is fit now, I think. And Brentford, obviously, I would say they're going to play narrow, but he's going to be, they're two complete wing backs. So our space is going to be down the sides. That's a pretty simple thing to see. So I want to focus not up the middle. I don't really want to type mark either of those, but I think we need to keep an eye on this guy and keep the wing backs quiet. Wing play will require that we drop the line back a little bit. So what I'm actually going to do, that will create too much space. So I'm going to go into a low block. These guys need to watch the wing backs. Again, there's other stuff. We've seen all these. Who's Daniel Fry? Another winger. There's tons of wingers. And that's not what I need. He's a ball winner. I don't need a ball winner in there. They're just not what I need. It's just really, of the two keepers, Bart's probably the higher. Will likely get better. 7 mil, that's a bargain. Yeah, I think if Castiles can last out this season, play Verbruggen occasionally, he would probably be the right decision. And then he gradually will take over. Castiles will become backup next season. There's no doubt about that. Barrios. Not for me, isn't. He probably is a summer signing. And this guy, I don't know who he is, but probably not. And he's a winger anyway, so probably not. We got any of their passing? Left-hand side mostly. And then he chugs it over to the right. Barcelona have made an offer for Tyler Morton. He's kind of what I'm looking for, but I don't think he's interested. It's rather uncertain. Deep line playmaker. He would make a good deep line playmaker. The only issue I have with him is his tackling and marking are not brilliant. But I mean, even though he's not brave, he's a DLP. Doesn't need to be brave. He's not built to be brave. 28 million. I'm not going to go for Tyler Morton. Oh, Barcelona have now made an offer of 37 and a half. He's too much money. Too much money. I think it's looking more and more. Oh, Solar. We'll take that. It's looking more and more like we go for a goalkeeper. If Sia is sold, then Oi, where did he go? I put him on the short list and he's not here anymore. He went on the wrong. Verbruggen is not on my list anymore. I'm absolutely certain I put him on the short list. No, not for me. Not for me. So I do have to go and find Verbruggen again. And this isn't working either. One area would also be a good signing. So where has Verbruggen gone? I'm allowed to search for him because the game is glitching. And you're all witnesses that he was on the list. I think we're going to make a bid on him. I'm going to go with that. Oh, his value is 7 mil. Well, let's go up a little bit. It's going to be one of those transfer windows, isn't it? Nowhere. Probably. We could even afford to buy him, I think. I'd do it on the Never Never. He's available to loan. The cost of the loan will be range from 1 million to 1.9. It's nothing. We can afford his wages. Should we make a loan offer for him? See how he gets on. Joan Lu can then stay as the fullback. And he might be better than Diallo. Let's make a loan offer for him. See what kind of... he wants to be an important player, though. I don't want to buy him as an important player. Yeah, I really don't want to bring him in as an important player. Let's sit on that and think on that. I think I'm going to go for Verbruggen. But now we can't find him again. Oh, we already have made an offer for Verbruggen. We have to wait now. We have to wait until they come back on the offer now. Oh, this is a difficult window. Nobody wants to come. We've just got to finish in Europe, and then they'll all want to come then. Rossabal, no. Scott for Allen. Good call. Allen didn't play very well. We're going to leave Arribas in. And Lorenzo Luca can come in for Morstadt. I'm actually going to play Luca as a complete forward. And the reason being is I think he's getting too isolated. So I want him to come back and get involved a little bit more. Scott for Allen is the only change I think I will make. Maybe I will bring in Boselli for McKenna. No, we'll leave McKenna. He's playing particularly well. So that's the only change I'm going to make, is bringing in Scott. If we can win this one, where are Brentford in the table? 17th. If we can win this one, could close the gap. We could go above West Ham, maybe. Okay. Bright. No, they accepted it, did they? Playing time, first choice goalkeeper. Can we go back up and then add a clause here? Add a promise. Playing time. We'll look to... We'll sign as a penalty taker. Which season am I in now? I'm in 26, 27. I'm in 26, 27. So add promise, 27, 28. First choice goalkeeper. Will he go for that? Yes. Awesome. Okay, he's not asking for too much money. We'll try and get him down a bit. That works for me. No offers for Valentine. Fair enough. Whatever. You're going in the reserves anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Cheltenham and Crawley. That's where he should be playing. Cheltenham and Crawley. So we're going to pop him in the under-21s. He's no good to me. Hey, Joe. We're just talking about you earlier. And then we could possibly look at Waneri coming in. The loan for Waneri is possible now. We've got the goalkeeper sorted. Valesco is also fit. So a little bit more optimistic. After this game, we'll have a look at Waneri and see if we can get him in as well. But this is a game we should be winning, boys. Brentford. Wing play. You're having a laugh. They're gonna look to get these wing backs, and they're gonna have these three dangerous players. But how come they're in 17? If they're that dangerous, they are completely. They are not playing very well at all. Not that one. There's not really that much detail on their last game. So they have gone 4 at the back, but they start mostly with the 5. And goalkeepers, they have a better goalkeeper than we do. Defence, they are better than us defensively. Better than us in midfield. Better than us in attack. They are a better team than we are. So why are they in 17th and we are in 7th? So we have to take them seriously. We really got to take them seriously. Fassini cannot complain at all now. That's not good enough for him. He cannot complain now about... I'm going to change his playing time, actually. We'll do that after the game as well. My director of football is having a field day here. I don't think so. It's perhaps better in this window to leave the signings to me. Expectation is a draw. We can do better than that. I want to drop the line back. Yeah, and then we've gone into a low block. They will give us chances down the flanks. So... With Waneri, try with an optional fee. Yeah, I mean, at 19 million, he is obviously going to develop in FM to be a great player. I've got him in my Newcastle squad. In the other save, the WM save, he's an outstanding player. So he's obviously going to develop. No, nothing bad. Hey, Chocolectic, how are you doing? Nothing bad, Joe. We were just, we thought we had a candidate for the best optimist. So, but I'm not sure Stefan is as optimistic as you, Joe, to be fair. Yeah, one area, getting back to one area, we could... I don't want to play him as an important player. That's the problem. That is the big problem. That's like ask every game he'll have to play. But generally that is part of what they want in a loan. And will he be better than Diallo? Probably. Will he be better than Arribas? No, I don't think so. So I can't... Is he better than Echevarri? No. So they're about the same. So I don't know. It's a tough call with one area. He can play on the left wing as well. And he is a very good player. Luca, 45 minutes. So he's not fit. And we're still in 7th. Which means that all the teams below have lost again. So Luca's still not fit. Well, Morstad's in form. I think that changing that to a complete forward has actually helped them. He's getting more involved, I think. I could check that in the data hub. Luca can come on for 45 minutes. Atom can come on the bench for Baselli. Garosabal for Brandon Williams. Oh, Valesco is fit. So Valesco can come on for Humphreys. Actually, I think we're going to play Valesco up front. And Morstead, Baselli, Brandon Williams, Humphreys probably instead of Morstead. Valesco, I didn't realise he was fit. Hi from Kenya. Began playing FM this year, my 4th season with Grimsby. Yeah, it's going to take more than 4 months, 4 seasons to get a hang of this game. It took me almost 4 years to understand it properly. But yeah, if you're looking at building tactics and how to defend in FM, I've got loads of videos on that stuff. Check them out, Gerald. It took me actually 4 years to actually get to grip. I call it the 4-year probation that people have to go through. But yeah, welcome to the game. It's I hope that 26 doesn't take too much of this the stats and the data out, because for me it's always been that kind of game. I'm gonna go with that team now, not messing about anymore. I know Morstat played very well in the last game, but he's not going to do it twice. Yep, pick up where you left off last time. Now the problem I've got is these wing backs. So what do I do with these wing backs? I want to force them inside. They have to be coming inside, but then they're going to have a ton of people in here. I think I'll just go weaker foot for these wing backs. Put him on his left foot so that he turns. I'll probably hard tackle him when he turns, but no, that's not a good option for him. And then the left one, turn him on to his right foot, I think, and hard tackle him. bring him inside. What's his shooting like? Long range shooting is poor. So yeah, I want him to come inside and have a shot. These three, yeah, I don't want to type mark Mbuemo. Or I don't want to attack and type mark this advance forward as well. But this guy, yes. And then I want to type mark these two and turn these onto their weaker foot as well. They don't have one. Oh, so that was a good idea, but they don't have weaker feet. So, okay. That's the plan, to try and attack them from wide and to defend the wing backs and to close out their midfield. That is the plan. It's a team, though, in 17th. Traditionally, I really struggle against teams in 17th. That's why I didn't want to mark Mbuemo, because my centre-half would have been out on the flank. So Mbuemo is going to just wander all over the place. And the other guy is probably too quick to get too tight. So I didn't want to mark either of the forwards. This is going to be a long afternoon. I think the rain is pouring down, which is interesting. It's pouring with rain, and so I think I'm going to up the tempo, zip the ball along the field. I absolutely love the Champions League format. And I think actually in real life, I think it's much better, because in the group stages, like, you get these really cagey games, and that is not good. You don't get as many draws now in the group stage as you used to get in the old group stages. We got to be better than this. We've got to be better than this. Teams are, though, generally starting well against us, and we're coming back in as the game progresses. And if we stay in the game in this low block, I'll be just happy. So yeah, I absolutely love the group stage, and it gives other teams, smaller teams, a chance. If you're in a tough group with if you're in a tough group like with Real Madrid and Barcelona, you ain't going to qualify. But if you play Real Madrid and Barcelona in the group stage, you've still got 6 other games to play. So yeah, I would say I love it, and the results are better. There's not so many boring draws, and yeah, absolutely love it. Been playing FM since way back in the day. Championship Manager 1 or 2. I mean, I think we all played it because it was always making us think. That's why I started playing it. I was playing at the time a Facebook game called Top 11. And I found it to be too easy. There wasn't enough thinking to be done. And I can't remember who it was who suggested go and play Football Manager. If you think that's too easy, go and play Football Manager. And I'd never heard of Football Manager at the time. And it's a goal! Scott McKenna! And I've been addicted ever since I bought Football Manager 11. That was the first one I bought. And I've been addicted ever since. I had a central defender called Burton, I think, in my Man United save. I only ever did Man United in my first season, because I was a Man United fan. I am a Man United fan. And Burton, he was like getting 25 goals a season from corners. It was just so funny. It's developed a lot since those days. It's developed a great deal since those days. Absolutely, Stefan. Couldn't agree with you more. I absolutely love it, both in FM and in real life. I think in real life, it's made the competition at the group stage much, much better. What is he saying? If we continue to leave so few people back during attacking free kicks, well, that's your job. That's not my job. But let's go to set pieces then. Well, how come this has come about? Because I don't. We've got 2 back. Is he saying we should have 3 back? I'm not sure that we need more than 2. I don't know what he's talking about. That means I have no attacking threat really from the edge of the box. I know we're always going to be vulnerable on the counter-attack. Every team I manage is. But at the moment, we're a goal up and we're scoring goals, which is interesting. Well, I obviously, as a creator, I have to buy it, Joe. But I have grave concerns about it. And even more grave concerns by the time it gets to 30. Because by the time it gets to FM 30, Scott McKenna's made it 2-0. What a game. And I nearly dropped him for this game, didn't I? Nearly dropped him. But he's got 2 goals. What a performance. And I reckon by the time it gets to FM 30... all it's going to be is load your tactic up, and your input into the game is going to be severely limited. You'll have very little stats to work with, except their basic stats about possession and fouls and corners won, goals scored, assists. That's all you have, and your management skills by the time it gets to FM 30 are going to be meaningless. All the data will be gone. I mean, all this stuff will not be available for you because skins will not be available for FM 26. Not for a long time until those boys get their act together. And like all this stuff here will have disappeared by FM 30. You'll not have access to any of this. So I can look at Brentford and I can see who's playing well at a glance and who's not playing so well. Their goalkeeper's having a shocker. Raya is having a shocker. So at a glance, I can see stuff. This is the most important screen. I can see exactly where Brentford are focusing their attack. All this will be gone. And this is a big worry to me. But it will look pretty. There's no doubt about it. It's going to look very, very pretty. Lots of bells and whistles and close-ups of players. Much more stuff in the dressing room. The dressing room's going to look better, and it's going to just be a simulation, basically. They should call it Football Spectator at that point, because you're going to sit back and then watch the highlights of the games. And if your tactic is good enough, you'll do well. And if you buy the right players, you'll do well. So that's what, for me, it's going to become, and that will not be fun. So I really hope, that it's not going to become that. They've taken the chalkboard out. And I find that's really sad, because they say only 2% of players use the chalkboard. I use the chalkboard. It's vital. It's got so much information on the chalkboard. Oh, Timon, you could have put the game to bed then. And so, yeah, I mean, that's really sad that for me, the chalkboard has gone. Opposition instructions, just as I'm getting, sorry, touchline shouts, just as I'm getting to grips with them finally. Yeah, we only have one back, but it says we should have two back. Why have we only got one back when... It says we should have two back. So we've got... Can I see who they are? Which set piece format? I kind of like just making my own stuff up here. I have no idea how to do it. I like the new format. If I had time, I'd get to grips with this a little bit better. I mean, I like this. It gives you a little bit of... I don't know why we've only got one back. Have I got a defender missing? Is D1 missing? Timon and Fernandez should be staying back. But only one of them is staying back, and I don't understand that. So if I say to Gould, can I have him stay back if needed? How do I move Gould? So C2, if I move him into recovery defenders, can I, yeah, stay back if needed? But he's moved up here now. Oh, all right, that's... So I've got 3 stay... well, we'll try that. I don't know what's wrong with my set pieces there. That is weird. Yeah, I think it's good that you can move players around like I just did there. But also, like, we know this game is full of glitches. We've seen a couple already. So I think that my set piece is glitching a little bit there. We have another corner. Come on, McKenna. Hat trick. Yeah. Most of it my assistant is dealing with, the set piece coach. But Mark, the keeper, nobody's going to be able to stop the key. It's just like getting his way. Mark, the keeper, is just getting his way. That was kind of cool, but offside. Almost came up with a set piece routine. And that's a pretty good half, I would say. Things are going well, but you're capable of even better. I don't need to say any more than that. Defenders were brilliant. Midfielders, not bad. So you weren't that bad. Attackers, you weren't that bad. I haven't got that one. Keep going. I think the game plan has worked absolutely fabulously here. They've made one sub. Central defender, so it's not a big deal. So I think everything's going to plan. Nobody's unhappy. Nobody's playing badly. Brentford have been poor. They have a good attack, Brentford. I'm surprised that they're doing so bad. And McKenna is having an absolute blinding game. I nearly dropped him. Sia isn't that great. He's listened keenly. They all listened keenly to me in the dressing room. Appeared interested. I would hope so. And maybe the reason we scored from our corners early on is because they are leaving 2 players up top. That was part of their game plan. So now I've got one back, stay back if needed. And he's a pacey boy. He's on a yellow card. Nicely done, Juan Lu. Juan Lu's taken to that right wing back really well. I'm really quite surprised. Their passing is poor all around. But this game is not over yet. So the low block worked again. And taking these wing backs out, making their life difficult. Defensively, we're doing really well. Some very, very good defensive work going on here. But I need another goal, boys. I need another goal, because 2-0 is never enough. Oh, that's lovely into the box, but nobody was there. And that's because I don't have the advance forward anymore. Sacrifice that poaching. Oh, Arribas, what are you doing? Sacrifice that poaching in the box for the complete forward. And he had probably come deep. Come on. Where are you, McKenna? Step up, boy. Make it 3. Yeah, they're going more direct. So maybe I have to keep an eye on my defensive line. Oh, Arribas. Arribas. What a chance. What a chance. Valesco isn't playing well and he's getting tired. Time for Luca. Time for the Luca's return. Castiles isn't playing very well either. What's wrong with him today? So you definitely need and Alan can come on for Scott. And away we go again. One of these little sneaky ones. We're not very good at these, so I don't know why we bother with these. We don't create great chances. Oh, he says, as it whistles past the post. Lippi, Arribas having a good game. Roam and move into channels will do that. The complete forward, I mean, they're not quite good enough to be good complete forwards, these two. They're not bad. In fact, Morstat the youngster plays better as a complete forward than he does as an advanced forward. But what I think has made the difference is that the complete forward will come deeper. And I noticed in our passing maps that the complete forward was that our forward was completely isolated. And it looks a bit better now. So Achavari. Go on, Fassini. Fill your boots. The wingbacks are not tired. Diallo. Give Arribas a break. Diallo, where are you? And Garosabal. Deep lying forward, yeah. Deep lying forward on attack will do it as well. Get in, Diallo. Are you having a laugh? Where did that come from, Diallo? Unless he suddenly decided, right, I'm going to start playing now. Where did that come from? I didn't realise it was him taking the kick. It got a deflection. But also, yeah, Lippy, understand. But also, as Adrian said, the complete forward will also go wide. Complete forward means a complete forward. He's attempting to do everything. I don't know, Joe, to be honest. I don't think it's anything to do with me. I've changed, as I said, I changed the poacher or advanced forward into a complete forward. And now it seems to me that both forwards are playing better. Luca and Morstedt. Morstedt has just taken to it like a duck to water. So I think it's that, just changing them to a complete forward. And we are up now to 6th, which is pretty good. We can start putting pressure on these teams if we can keep winning. I still need to figure out this transfer window. Still need to figure this out. We are 5 unbeaten now. He's a complete forward. He'd be an absolutely brilliant complete forward. Just, he plays all of them exactly the same. So, brilliant complete forward. And if you see that, you know he's a complete forward. He's got heading ability. He can run into the channels like an advanced forward. He could just hang on the shoulder of the last defender as a poacher would do. He can do a DLF job coming deep. He's complete forward. And Morstedt, unfortunately, is not quite that quality, and neither is Luca. But they are playing better when given that freedom to decide for themselves what they need to do, which is kind of cool. Kind of like it. Champions form. Are you absolutely sure? So, we haven't done very much today, but I have some things to do now. My phone has been buzzing, and I've got some things to do now. So, I'm going to have to call it a day for today. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could go another hour. It would be fun. But unfortunately, I've got some things to do. I'll be back tomorrow. We have to figure this transfer window out. And but we are doing well. The problems that we had at the beginning seem to be working out. And we're in 6th in the Premier League, so we must be doing something right. It's thank you all for coming along. I really do appreciate you coming along and joining in with me. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Adrian Luca is a beast, but I can't get him to actually play very well at the moment. Lucky I've got Morstead. Come and join me tomorrow. I'll do a longer stream tomorrow, hopefully. And we'll work our way slowly through this season. Champions, Joe, what do you think? I don't think so. Europe, very possible. Very possible. Thanks for coming along, guys. If you haven't liked already, give us a like because it does help the channel. And thank you once again. I'm just going to say now, be safe, take care, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow.